Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions and bet first. Another very beautiful Sunday morning, and we back with our predictions as usual. All right, we look at football matches that's going on across the globe, and we select a few of these matches and look into them in the previous games that they had. Using those results and those data, we always come up with the best possible verdict for each of these matches. All right, that's what we do. And yesterday was a bad day for us, and it was a very good day for those of us in the VIP special, and we won all our games there, and I always put up games that are quite that I believe to be 100% closer to 100% coming out successful. That's what I do there. So if you want to be winning more consistently, try and join our VIP group so that you don't miss out on these games. All right, and without further ado, we'll head to the business of today, and we'll be looking at our games once again today. And we start with the game in Iceland. We'll have it is actually Iceland First Division, the top division in Iceland. We'll have Vestri who will be up against IA. Okay, and when we look at the stats for each of these sides, you can see that Vestri, the home side, it is 3 victories in the last 6 matches and also 3 losses out of those 6 games. And away side, IA have managed just 1 win, but have lost 5 matches out of the last 6 games that they have so far. When you look at how these two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see for the home side Vestri, they've actually won 5 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also had a draw, but have had 4 losses as well in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And the away side IA have been able to achieve 5 victories from away. They also had 5 losses. The last away game they had, saw them losing out on that occasion by 4 goals to 1 to Afturelding, and that Vestri have actually won the last 2 matches that they have so far. On head-to-head basis, it was Vestri who won the last time both teams met from away on that location, winning by 2 goals to 0. And here we are going with the home side to actually do very well and win outrightly here. So we expect a home win in this very encounter. Home to win outrightly doesn't it. Okay, and the next also in the same. Iceland top division, first division in Iceland, where we have a Vikingur Reykjavik will be up against the Afturelding. Okay, and we go to the recent games for both sides. You could see that Reykjavik, the home side, have had 4 victories and a draw in the last 6 matches. They've also lost once, and away side Afturelding have had 2 victories and a draw, losing 3 games out of the last 6 matches that they have so far. When you look at how they fared from home and away basis, the home side have done so very well. Vikingur Reykjavik winning 8 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 losses out of those 10 games that they played from home in the recent times. And we side Afturelding have been able to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had a 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches, or rather, they've lost 5 matches rather in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. All right, and the last 8 home games for the home side, sort of winning all 8 home games. That's also this side have been doing very well. Vikingur Reykjavik. Okay, and on head-to-head basis, you can see that last time both teams met, it was Afturelding who actually won on that break. That happened in April of this very year. But prior to that, we saw Vikingur beating this very side by 4 goals to 1 when they played out from home. And in this very encounter, putting all that together, noting the fact that also the home side have been experiencing scoring a lot of goals as well as conceding in recent games. 9 times in the past 10 home matches have produced over 2.5 for the home side, and we are going for over 2.5 to occur here. A minimum of 3 goals to occur in this very one. Noting that away side also always score from away, so we expect a minimum of 3 goals to occur in this very encounter, and over 2.5 that's valid for that very encounter. All right, that takes us to the next for today. It is in the Swedish Division 1 North, where we have Tegs SK will be up against Stocksund. And we go to the recent games for this side. You can see that Tegs, the home side, have had just 1 victory and a draw. And they've also lost 4 games in the last 6 matches. Whereas Stocksund, on the other hand, have won 3 matches, losing 3 games in the last 6 matches. All right, taking a look at the performance from home and away perspective, you can see home side Tegs SK winning 2 matches and a draw in the last 10 home games. They've also lost 7 matches out of those 10 home matches that they have so far. And away side Stocksund, on the other hand, have won just 1 and a draw. They've lost 8 games in the last 10 away matches that they had. But when we look closely at the results for both sides, you can see that for the away side, Stocksund, the last 10 away games that they had have produced over 2.5 9 times out of 10. That tells you a lot about this very side. They conceded a lot of goals, and the home side also Tegs have been scoring over 2.5. The last three home meetings. All right, the last 10 home games that they had produced over 2.5. Once again, 8 times out of 10. So we are definitely going for the 3 goals to occur here, although we do not have, head-to-head records between the two sides. Definitely expect to see a lot of goals, judging by the fact that, the last 3 home games for the away side, for the home side rather, have actually seen the away side scoring a minimum of 2-3 goals, each time they're playing against this home side. So they've been losing, conceding goals, and the away side also conceding goals, a lot of goals, and scoring as well. So minimum of 3 goals to occur here. That's our value for that very game. Over 2.5. That's what we expect. Okay, and it takes us to the next. It is also in the Sweden, but Sweden Division 2 this time around. We will have Jarfalla will be coming up against Sunnersta. All right, we will look at the stats for Jarfalla. 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 6 matches, as well as 1 loss. And Sunnersta, 2 wins, 2 draws, and also 2 losses in the last 6 or 7 matches that they have so far. And looking at how these two teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that Jarfalla, the home side, have done very well from home, winning 8 matches and a draw in the last 10 home games that they had. They've also lost 1 match out of those 10 home matches. All right, that tells you a lot. And away side, on the other hand, we could only get the record for the last 7 away matches that they have so far, which have seen them winning 3 out of those 7. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the last 7 away matches that they have. So next at the away side, okay? And when you look closer at the home side, the last home matches that they had saw them winning convincingly with lots of goals. And the last home game they had was actually, last week we saw them beating Frankie by 5-1 on that very occasion. That tells you the side that scored lots of goals here. And on head-to-head basis, the last time both teams met, it was Sunnersta who played from home, and they won on that occasion against Jarfalla by 1-0. But here we are going for the home side, Jarfalla, to win outright. Seeing that they scored 5 goals in the last home game that they had so far, we expect to win for them. Jarfalla to win outright. That's the value for that very game. And it concludes our predictions for you today on BetCraft. That the rest of the games will be in our VIP group, and actually those games are quite that are believed to be closer to certainty of coming out correct. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and remember to play responsibly. Do not play always play with what you can afford to lose. Do not play with all you have. That being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out, but until then, keep winning.